Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to EverRail, the train guide. Not the training and the train that you're thinking of. Don't get your head out of the gutter. I know what you're thinking when I say training. Okay, moving on. Anyways, we're gonna start from the basic of the basics today. And the basic of the basics is, how do you even use your train? We're gonna start very slowly. This is a very big game for a 0.1 version of early access, let me tell you that. Number one thing you need to know about the train is the interface that you have here. So here you have how your track is. The better the condition, the more energy you provide. Easier. I will later make an advanced guide about all of these and how they affect your charge, but these are not for early players. Like, you don't even need to think about it, because you should not be leaving the early starter circle. Anyway, watch the other guide videos. This game is big. You cannot learn everything about it in one guide video. Yes, anyways. So, number one, the better the condition of the track is, the better energy production you get out of moving on it. The worse it is, the less energy you actually get, the higher your derailment is. We're gonna come to that too. On the left side, you have how fast your battery is charging or discharging, and this is your battery that you are seeing here. You can also see it at the top, most central part of your screen. Yes, and this shows that, yeah, it is going there, it's gonna go there, boom, it's gonna decrease by 1. There we go, that's done. This is your speed. The speed is, as you can see, in kilometer per hour, 50, 120, and there's also the back version, which goes a little bit slower, but it is okay. You don't need to go 550 backwards. Like, yeah, there's nothing that you can do with the backwards. You're gonna use it later, but you don't need to worry about it. Just go forward most of the time, unless you have to come back. Then there's derailment. What is derailment? We're gonna talk about that after we talk about brakes. So brakes are the things that you see here. In order to get off the train very fast, you do triple brakes. You do it by E and Q, as the game tells you. If you have triple brakes, no matter how much you pedal to the metal, to the back or the front, the train will not move, okay? If you do it this, no. If you do it this, a little bit, but it will be slower. But this will not stop the train that fast. It really is slow. It is like a brake, literally. That just keeps your train from speeding up too fast. It is useless. Pay attention that there's no signs of any lights here when you move. You move forward. This is the most optimal speed to go around at. See that 300? Like, I'm a little bit lower than it. There is no way that you can derail in any condition when you're going this speed. This is the speed that you put your train on when you're doing some things in the back. It will not recharge your train that fast. I will tell you how my train is charging this fast. That is an exploit that I'm using, kind of, with the modifications of the train. But anyways, the faster your train goes, the higher or the faster. Look at this one. See this? See, it's going up because my train is speeding up. But it is not worth it, because you get derailed if you go too fast. What is derailment? And how to avoid it? Look, I'm getting derailed. Look, look. Ah, yay! There we go. Derailment. I braked. Yes. So using the brake allows you to actually avoid derailment and taking damage on your train. You can use your brakes for it. You don't need to. You can just do one of these and also decrease your speed. It will be enough. But if you keep your speed at 300, your battery will be charging, and there is no chance that anything possible in this game can derail and damage your ship. So when you're doing autopilot, put it on 300. When you want to charge faster, go, see this, like where I am, it's not going to derail right now. But the moment I go a little bit higher, there you go. So see, like the red part means it will take damage. When you're turning, the worse the condition of the rail is, and let's say the more deviant the curve is, the more derailment chance you're gonna have. So if you're going top of speed and you're gonna make a very bad turn, the derailment thing goes on very fast, so keep it low, below this fastest speed. But well, if you want to recharge, just go as fast as you could. Like, it doesn't matter if it takes longer for you to get somewhere. If you go there faster, your battery will actually charge much better. Okay, so for example, let's say you're here and you want to charge as much as you could, like until you get here. Don't go 300, go maximum speed that you could, because that will actually, even though you will get there faster, it will provide you with more energy. Okay, so keep that in mind about the controls of this thing. Then next thing we're gonna go, okay, let me tell you one thing that's that's gonna be like a question for a lot of you. I have 2 extra wagons. How do you add wagons? Inside your map, sometimes you need to send your glider. I don't know, because it's random, I don't know where you will find it. I found them here in the northwest side, let's say. You will find some wagons just laying around on the rails. What you need to do, you will have to push the back of your train into these rails that are mostly like colored in red. Send your glider for scouting, or go while you're gathering ISO, go and check these out and see if you have any kind or sort of, let's say, things that you can get out of it. If you can go with your back towards here, that means you can actually like connect them. So what you do, you turn the back of your train towards it. You cannot turn your train in any ways. You have to, like, maybe you have to go here, you have to go here, you have to come back, so you can actually like do it. Or for example, if there's like a turn like this, if you go inside of it like this and you come back like backwards from here, that will change the direction of your train. So that is something that you need to get lucky on. But unless that, well, I cannot help you there, mates. I cannot help you with my life, even if I wanted to. So for example, the places that I can grab wagons from here, because look, my train is like this. I can go backwards in here, and I can go backwards in here. So if there are wagons here or here, I can connect them. If they're here, I can't, because that is the face of my train that's like looking at it. You can destroy them only by that. You cannot connect them. As far as my experiences, they exploded when I went head on into them. Just saying. And, well, other than that, if you look at the left side, here you have the conductor's, let's say, manual, or let's say the place that you put your modifications on. I said this is another exploit video. You can use multiple of the same item or modification in your train. Yes, look, I have 3 energy generators. Like a tier 5 energy generator gives you 150 energy recharge rate, but because I have 1 level 2, 1 level 1 and 1 level 3, 75, 50, that is 150. I have a T5 without making a T5. And after that, I have a scan module. I will actually remove this. I'm just showing it to you because I have not had the time to put it there. I'll put a Aegis trigger. Yeah, Aegis trigger is something that you put here, and it automatically turns your shield on when you're about to hit something. If you're not there and if the shield is not on its own, it will automatically like trigger it, and you will have a shield, so you don't actually like move head first into things. Then I'm using a stabilizer. This actually increases the threshold speed of your train while you're curving or while you're like speeding up. Remember that red line? See this? When you have that modification, this derailment actually goes up 30 speed, or a little bit like lower than that. So that is for that. Then I have this TRC economizer, this efficiency increase during. Look, the traction economizer reduces the trainer energy consumption while in motion. So when you're moving, your train charges, right? But if you have things like this, if you have paid attention, like anything that you make here, let me make a couple of more scrappers. Like things have 2 kinda, let's say, things that they use for crafting. Look, first is material, then is battery. So when you have that economizer, this actually gets reduced by the number of percentage that you can see there. So this is not using 100 megawatts per hour, megawatt hour. It is using like 70 if my train is moving while I am crafting this. Okay, it is writing 10 here, but it is not 10. It is actually 0.7 here right now, or something like that. Anyways, it's just lower than the number that says here because I'm in motion. Why you need it? Because while you're moving, if you're new to the game, you don't need to bother about this, but as you make progress through the game, you need to make a lot of plates, refine metal, and so on and so forth. When you use all of your crafting stations, even if you're moving, your train will actually use more battery than it's generating. even if you have these things on here. So yeah, you need to be careful about that one as well. And what else? What else? These are the modifications. And for the modifications, you have a tech provider. Let's go. It should be here. Yeah, this is the laboratory. The laboratory, you don't need anything from here. You're gonna need energy cell 2s. And that's how you actually, like, I suggest making energy cell 1s, by the way. Yeah, these things only need the scrap metal and low isotopes, but they take more space. The cell case, you need polymer for it. You make the polymer in the refiner, not here. But if you make the polymer uses rations. So for starter players, I would suggest making cell cases. You need 5 rations to use for 1 cell case. So, and you can just make these, and look, I have 30 megawatt hour here, so I don't need to have anything. 30,000 actually. But yeah, make the level 1s. Yeah, you can make another storage next to this and just put more into it. You do not need all of this space. If you need more space, you're gonna get more wagons and you can actually put it there. But anyways, that's for the cells. Like, you don't need to more. Just go glide around, collect isotope, watch the exploit video of how to collect isotopes faster, and so on and so forth. But as I said, look, I have several of the same crafting stations because you have to make a lot of things. See, in the fabricator I'm using tech units, and inside this tech, look, this is the things that you make for the ship. The Sentinel, look, this is the thing that I was talking about. Automatically activates the aegis just before a collision if it's already up. Can be used a limited number of times. See that it's like the higher the level, like the first one is 5, this is 10, and this is 15 usages. But for some reason, I don't know why they removed the tooltips from here. You can't see it anymore. Yeah, this is like 20 usages, this is 25 usages, so you don't have to like all the time be on top of your train or have your aegis up. That eats your battery really fast. But anyways, just use this. You don't need brake optimization or anything like that. Just have a Sentinel, have a couple of these energy generators. You don't even need the bulwark at the start. Just use the MK3 because it just uses burrows and serves. Serves are easy to make. The TRC, you can go as up as you could. Like, you can even make this. But you need polymers for it. Nanopolymer at that. That is expensive. It is a very expensive thing. So yeah, you can make these generators and have these generators have 1, 2, 3, or have like 3 2s. Like, it doesn't matter. Just get to 150 however you want. Maybe you want to have like 2 of this. I don't know. Do you. And for aux reactor, I don't use this thing. Yeah, this thing is yeah, I'm not gonna use ISO for generating power ever. I don't think I will ever do that thing, unless like the train tracks are like garbage and I can't even like make anything. And when it comes to scanners, the higher the tier of the scan is, the more information you get from clicking on these things. Look, now that I have a T3 scan on, it says danger is low. Like, I've been inside here too, but it will tell you the like detail about the things that you're approaching as well. It will say the danger level, rations, and size of the dead, and what is the main resources. That's it. The higher the tier of your scan, the better information you're gonna get, and the higher the tier is, the more range it's gonna scan in from. But well, these do not really matter. You just find random stuff inside of them. Yeah, you get more rations, but you get just tech and rations in general from all of them. And you don't need to worry about it. Just go inside whatever camp you see. You're gonna get everything that you needed from every single one of them. And yeah, this is the biopolymer that I was talking about. If you want to make cell cases, you have to make this. It uses rations. And for nanopolymer, you need 5 of the biopolymer and graphite. Yeah, good luck making a nanopolymer. I will actually have to make one. Sorry. I'm very... I've been playing this game for 30 hours now. I have resources. I know how to farm them, so I can actually do that. And, well, that's everything almost that you can use. And use these things, like they save your life. And, yeah, put one here, too. You can put storages here. I'm not going to talk about, like, later I'm going to make a very good setup for where the storages are, how you put on the, let's say, these things and so on, but that's in the crafting video. Like, this game is too big. Like, I need to make at least, like, 10 more guide videos, like, just to cover, like, the basics of this game so far. But anyways, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. I am tired of talking. There's so many things to tell in this game. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you think I missed anything and you want to say them to your friends or the community inside the chat section, well, say it there. Or if you have questions, ask in there. Anyways, thanks for the likes, hypes, memberships, supers, subscriptions, memberships, and your beautiful presents. I am not making gameplay videos yet, man. Like, fellas, like, listen. This game is too complicated. I need to make the guide videos. Sorry for not making the gameplay videos. I am not playing the game. I literally am not. I'm just going around the circle and collecting materials, okay? don't hit me. Please. If it's nighttime, I hope you sleep my babies. And if it's daytime, I hope you find rations in every single robot that you kill. That is a blessing. That is a blessing. See you in the next video, fellas. See you in the next video.